Hi, welcome to Delicate Dark Girl. Notice anything? You couldn't possibly. I got contacts again, so we won't be having our struggle fit with a tiny mirror. Today we'll be doing the first of my holiday gifts to you. Today is day one of Makeup I Never Do, and it's exactly what it sounds like. So let's just get started. I already did skincare. I'm gonna start with the eyes because that's the main event. I don't really know if I'm gonna be talking to you or not. I just kind of wanted to come and explain what the next 2 days would be since I didn't have a get ready with me in between to tell you. So this next week really is going to be a bunch of fun little out-of-pocket things. A little more bold and a little more just outside of what I usually do. Today we're going to try to do a cut crease. So since this is makeup I never do, let's all understand that it's gonna be the best I can do right now. So understand that and, take it for what it is. Okay, great. Let's get started. Today we're gonna take a really light concealer. I'm gonna go for like fluffy brows since that's something I never do. Also don't do anymore is use very light concealer to carve out the brow. I'm gonna use my finger. My concealer is kind of patchy. Look at that. I guess it's fine in the long run, but like not really. Hello. Whatever. We're gonna set it with this color. Another really light color. Again, something I don't usually do unless there's a concept. Let's see how it works out. Things you don't normally do aren't inherently bad. You just don't do them. I should have used my Wet n Wild. That was CoverGirl in Tawny. That concealer is terrible on me. Maybe some of y'all have a good time. The thing is, I don't have a bad time with CoverGirl, but that concealer is really just it's patchy and it's weird. And I know right now my skin is withdrawing from a food allergy. So I've been doing some intensive skincare things. I was filming it in the midst of the food allergy anyway, and some of the eye looks are a little like patchy on the eye because of the food allergy. You kind of still see a scar there. I had to figure out which food it was, so I found it. It's mushrooms. I can't even use mushroom sauce. There was like this mushroom soy sauce I was using. My dad really liked putting in soup. It's happened before. Usually it broke out my entire face. It breaks out my entire face and then like on my hands and stuff. But this time it was really central to like the eye area, like in here, my top lip, like up here. Anyway, after I stopped eating it, 1, it doesn't itch anymore. 2, it stopped just like irritating me. Shoot. Okay, so what we're going to use is some old Maybelline mascara. We're going to use the lower lash side and we're going to comb some product into the brow to kind of fill in the color in the hairs. I used to do this on its own, and it kind of just allows for a pretty natural brow if you're somebody with more brows like me. I mean, I've seen a lot of people with more brows than I have, so if you don't have many brows, I think it would still kind of work. Just follow the hairs you do have and then fill it in with your best method. It seems that when you don't have much brow hair, the best method is a pencil. So there. Now we've filled the brow in somewhat, and now we will make it more fluffy by using this e.l.f. clear eyebrow gel. I'm gonna scrape some off. Also got an eyelash side. The one's a little dirty because makeup was on it. Anyway, we're gonna flick the brow up. But I like that actually. that fluffier brow. Okay, brows done. So now we will move on to the eyes for real. We're gonna go to Juvia's place first because I'm doing orange. I at least set the color tone. So we put a cool base on our eye and we're gonna go in with a very, very bright, warm orange. We'll cool it up in a minute, don't worry. This is obviously not the brush for this. It's going up and it's coming down like a big arch. Okay, this is a better brush for that. All right. See my eye kind of splitting right there. That's skin. I told you I've been doing some intensive skincare, and that means where the allergy is breaking out, the skin has thankfully started to peel. That's the most we're doing with that. Just take this brush that we put the brown on with and blend the edges, I guess. And then we're gonna add some more color and we're gonna go into this cool orange here in the Makeup Revolution palette, Neutrals 2. We're just gonna go up in here, right in here. We're gonna go into Zama and see what happens, huh? Blend the edges. Do you ignore my dead skin there? It's there too. So ignore that if you can. Sorry. I'm not gonna fucking apologize for my body doing its job. I ate something it couldn't process and now it's fighting to save me. I'm not gonna apologize for what it may look like on the outside. Take it. This broken out skin. Okay. Thanks, Zama. Now we will do the hard part. And that is cutting the crease. What will we cut the crease with, though? Good old Marrakesh. It's funny using things that I use all the time to do a makeup look I never do. That's fun. Take this brush here and our Wet n Wild concealer because it's more trustworthy. And we're gonna cut this crease, girl. And we're gonna try. I think I went a little too high. You can't even see the orange anymore. Okay. And then I am going to take this sponge. I'm going to clean it. And I'm going to put it on my eye. I used to use it to do my eyebrows. But isn't it for things like this? At least it should be. Look at that. It's got a little triangle angle so I can help you get in the corner. Oops, fall out. Shimmer down. I'm gonna take this. Whoops. Almost got away from me. I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna go back into Warrior. And I'm gonna get some Zama. and apply it around it just to, like at the top especially, to take some of that down so that there can be more shape, but keep the cut, because that's the point of a cut crease, right? Because of the way my eye folds, a cut crease this high was the wrong decision. It's too late now. I'm going to use this bold eyeline by Nika K for tight lining, and then I'm just going to put a small line, a small smudgeable line, just to darken around the lash area. Just because I feel like it needs to be darkened to be more complete. Okay. Let's do the rest of our face. Hold on. Eyes intermission break. Primer done. And we're gonna do Makeup Revolution, the stick foundation. I use F15. Warm it up on my hand. It's really, really a greasy foundation. Or what people call creamy. But it kind of reminds me of when you heat up clay, like body temperature wise. If you're working on a wheel and you heat up clay, that's what this reminds me of. So I guess I wouldn't call it greasy as much as I would call it like earthy. I noticed it doesn't go on well with this. It goes on better when I use like a face painting brush. It goes on better with that than anything else. So this is going to be full coverage. Okay, so we're just going to put on some under eye concealer as well later, but that looks pretty good. Okay, now we can do our bottom lash line. I mean our lower lash line. We're going to go into Zama, and we're going to hit that lash line. Bow. We're going to go into the Saharan palette. And we're going to take Jamila. I'm going to take my Black Radiance waterproof liquid liner and pray for the best. I haven't been able to control it properly. Okay. Oof. That was scary. So what we're going to do is hit it with a little bit of mascara. Make them come down because we have to put lashes on. They're these lashes. I actually filmed the video you see after this, before this, so you should know that I've already seen these lashes and I don't really know how to feel about them. I kind of like them, but I feel like if I had to pick again, I wouldn't pick these. Although I like this brand. I've tried, it's not my first time wearing fake lashes, so I've tried a couple brands. Like, I've tried Ardell's and I've tried, I forget all their names. I'll probably list them here or here, I don't know. These are actually the softest and the most lightweight, and maybe it's because of the design of this cut, or maybe it's the lash itself, but the band itself is so flexible, I feel like, and soft. Who is this? Cherry Blossom? Yeah, so they're not synthetic, so I don't know. If you don't like synthetic, I mean, if you prefer synthetic, you don't like wearing human hair lashes, then you just skip over these because these are human hair. It says on the package. I'm just going to go ahead and put the lashes on. You don't have to watch that part. And there we are. Crazy lashes. They look crazy. These are two layered together, and then this is one that I think I'm about to, that I just layered. These lashes are crazy. Anyway. I know you're not supposed to put mascara on fake lashes because you'll ruin them. But seeing how this is an experiment, and I can afford to ruin these lashes. They're not really something I'll be wearing again, so I want to see what happens if I put mascara on them. They're supposed to be human hair. This side looks better than this side with the thing doubled up like that. I wish I had more lashes to double up on this side, so that it would look like that one, really dramatic. Honestly, I just want to take them off. They look awful. Let's see this through to the end, okay? So now we're going to highlight and contour. What we really want to focus on is the highlight blush combo for this look. We're using Milani Coralina. Ooh. It's like a highlight and a blush. Which, actually, I haven't shown you guys this blush on this channel in a long time, but I really like it, especially in the summertime, because it's got a glow on it, you know what I mean? It's kind of like a shimmery glow, so if you like a more satin glow, I don't think you would like it too much. But if you like a shimmery glow with some color, Coralina, the Milani blush is the way to go. Here we go. Okay, the lip. I'm gonna put the liner on first. I'm gonna smoosh them together. Contour is a little strong, isn't it? It's mixing with my natural sideburns. Anyway, this is Sweet Cake. And that's it. I'm gonna put Aziza on the inner corner. I feel like inner corners really let things feel finished. Look at that, I'm already feeling more like it's finished. Take. I guess that's it. So, makeup I never do. With better lashes, I think this could be a better look. So, get out there and pick better lashes than I did. That's it. Bye.